Hi everybody, this is Chris, and I had posted a video a little while ago about being sober, first time in 38 years, for Christmas. And Christmas is over, and I just want you to know I had a great Christmas, and I was sober, or they call it California sober. I didn't mean to make light of the situation. It was just my way of handling serious topics, has always been to sort of make a joke out of things, so that I won't get too maudlin. They used to say maudlin. But that's why I like the Brady Bunch, because they dealt with some real issues. Not really. Well, sometimes they did, actually. I'll give you an example. One of the most famous Brady Bunch episodes ever was Peter Brady doing his Humphrey Bogart, which was pork chops and applesauce, which is some kind of imitation, I don't know. But anyway, it was all about him finding his own identity. You know, and you forget about that. Like, he was trying to adopt other people's personas because he was struggling trying to find his own. And I think that's beautiful, actually. It's probably more in depth than a lot of these so-called sitcoms. You know why they call them sitcoms? Because you sit down and you watch them and wonder what the fuck. But here's a gentleman. It doesn't really look like him. This is supposed to be Pee-wee, and I was a big fan of Pee-wee's. He has passed on to the world of beyond, and I'm sure he's entertaining people over there, including Tommy Smothers, who died yesterday. And Tommy Smothers was half of the Smothers Brothers comedy duo, and they did a beautiful thing. They did sort of the cornball, relatable family, shtick, along with folk music, but then also had this layer of sort of radical anti-war sentiment that was kind of disguised in the sort of folksy kind of thing that they did, that had broad appeal. There's my cat right there. What the fuck you doing? Here, I could pet. It's a little cat, see? Oh, hi, Shadow. She's so little. That's not true. That's just a perspective thing. Speaking of perspective, I just wanted to talk about being sober for Christmas, and I was. One of the things that, and I tape every Christmas. Okay, I videotape every Christmas. I have audio taped almost every Christmas, I think since 1979, and I missed a few years. But I always wanted to capture, and even as an adult, it's like a magical day, and I'm not, religious in any way, and really Christmas has nothing to do with religion. They just kind of, hopped aboard that holiday and were like, this is ours now. We're hijacking it. I was like, okay. And now they're like, we always had it. It's ours. It's like, dude, you stole it. Anyway, whatever. But, but I still think that day holds significance. When I was growing up, we had a lot of fighting in the family, a lot of alcohol, and a lot of yelling and screaming, particularly with my stepmother. After my mother died at 33, a stepmother came in, and she also had some problems. So it was pretty bad. And one of the things that she kind of resented me for was being the oldest child, or the eldest. Is it eldest or oldest? Is it both? I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. So I did not accept her right away as a mom. I remember saying, I'm not going to call you mom until you guys get married. Now, my mother died in January, and my father proposed to this woman on St. Patty's Day, because that's what Irish people do. And got married on June 18th, which is Paul McCartney's birthday. So, I don't know. And we didn't really get along because, again, I initially was like, I remember my mom. You're not my mom. And by the way, just as an aside, and this is kind of funny. Well, I think it's funny, but some people are not going to think it's funny. But the first person to ever have two dads was Jesus. He had this dad up there, and he had Joseph. funny. Okay, anyway, anytime you get in an argument with a Christian about banning books and homosexuality, just tell them that I know someone who had two dads and his name was Jesus, and watch, they might just back down. I'm sure they're going to back down after you say that and be like, oh, okay, you're right. No. So I managed to get sober, not sane, but sober, and stay sober through the holiday. I don't mean to make light of this. This is a serious thing. I just try to process things in that sort of maudlin, humorous, Irish-American, black humor, they call it, way. And sometimes it doesn't work so well, but a lot of times it helps me get through to that spot that I need to be in order to make the decisions that are rational and that help me get through, being sober. And so I just gloss over a lot of that. One of the times that I would get really, really drunk was Christmas Eve, because I would use that night as a reflection. We'd put out the toys and everything for our child. And then before that, it was something else. But it always was like a night where I would just get fucked up, because it was late at night. And it was the magical eve of the magical day. So this year, I abstained. I do miss the holiday cocktails. I miss eggnog, and I miss Irish coffees, but I don't, I think I made up for it by eating a lot of cheese. And if you're like me, you like cheese. And I think I ate enough cheese to kill a small animal over the holiday. And also, one thing about cheese is that it makes you not really have a good stomach. So I'm still recovering from that. And lots of candy, and what's booze? Booze is candy, booze candy. A lot of people like it because it's sweet and everything, and that's why I liked it. Well, that and other things, but so that was cut out of my life. And then I started craving sweets, at one point. But I think I'm over that. I did overdo it on the cheese and on the sweets, but I can recover from that. It's recovering from the alcohol that was always a problem. Feeling groggy the next few days. So I just wanted to let people know that I made it through the holiday, my first sober Christmas in 38 years. I was very excited to see that I got nice messages from people who haven't seen me before and were very positive and told me their own stories. And so that means a lot to me. My videos generally get about 11 views. It's like my friend Jim and fucking my auntie, so-and-so, and my sister, and then like a couple people who like some of the things I do, and my musician friends, and that's about it. So when I saw that there were almost 800 views on it, it really made me feel happy that at least some people were watching it, maybe not all the way through. And I understand, because I could barely watch myself all the way through. But you can always click on that little thing and just like, get to the point, Chris. Here's the point. Thank you so much. And stay strong. If you ever need to talk to anyone about anything, let me know. I have a different point of view. It's not a religious point of view. I also think that cannabis has helped me, but I'm not going to dwell on that. I'm just going to say that I feel much better about me and about my life, and 2024 is going to be fucking awesome. So, if you like some of the things I do, watch it. I don't get paid for what I do. I just do it for the love of, old media and whatever the fuck else is left over on the table. So thank you very much. Have a great new year and a happy, happy, happy time. All the time, as the guy from Spinal Tap used to say. See you later. Bye-bye.